Welcome back to the shop. Derek Wolfson here from Ironclad Metalworks with another edition of Tool Tuesday, where I show you the tools I use to do it mo better. And today is going to be about reversible ratcheting wrenches. So I have a pretty wide selection of ratcheting wrenches in my shop. Ones I use quite often are of this variety. This is a Gearwrench unit, and they are flat. They do not have, the 15-degree offset that you find in most combination wrenches. And honestly, these things, as I started doing more assembly, got kind of annoying. When you're flat on a piece of metal and you're trying to, tighten a bolt or something like this, you end up kind of knocking your hands into things, and you really want that 15-degree offset. So I decided I wanted to bring in some tools to my shop that had both ratcheting and the 15-degree offset, and it seems that most of those come in this reversible configuration. So I've had a lot of Gearwrench in the past. I mean, a lot of the tools I have right now are Gearwrench. I have some Gearwrench ratcheting right here. I also have some Cobalt ratcheting wrenches, and I've used these quite extensively. Really nice tools. And many of my other tools are Gearwrench. So I thought, all right, I'll just buy some more Gearwrench ratcheting wrenches. I've been pretty happy with them in the past, and I couldn't have been more wrong. And you know what? I think if Gearwrench, anyone from your brand is watching this video, I think you're relying on your brand recognition a little too much these days. Notably, when I got these wrenches in, this is actually a set I brought in just for the sake of this video. I found some kind of peculiarities with these that made me really unhappy. So you can see in that forging, there's a nice void. They didn't really fill it in before they did the chrome. Again, not the end of the world. I could get this warranted. I'm sure Gearwrench would be fine. I've had good experience with their warranty. On this wrench, you can see it's not very symmetrical here. It has this kind of weird like lobster claw thing going on. And I compared that to, say, this 1/2-inch wrench, and those broaches are just done differently. So we have inconsistent inconsistencies. And I thought, this is really unlike most of the Gearwrench tools I've seen in the past, where they've had really nice fit and finish. Certainly on these are really nice. These feel a lot like kind of the wrenches I have on hand from Gearwrench. Here's my normal combination Gearwrench, for example. And I thought, man, these tools are really crappy. So I kept shopping. I wanted to see, could I get better value for the dollar when it comes to these reversible wrenches? And I landed on a rather unknown brand to me named Wen. I've seen a lot of Wen machinery, drill presses, dust collectors, a lot of woodworking stuff, actually, planers, saws. I think they have a abrasive cutoff saw, maybe even a cold saw as well. But I hadn't seen them making hand tools, and I was a little bit weary, bringing these in, but when I was really unhappy with these, I thought, all right, let me find something else that isn't going to be Proto or Snap-on. That's going to cost, $600-700 for your full set of SAE or metric. So I brought in this Wen bit. Notably, these are made in Taiwan. And let me pull this front cover off. Come with a lifetime warranty, which is nice. This was a feature I kind of wanted. Most of the brands, in this price point on Amazon say they come with a lifetime warranty, but, if the brand doesn't have an office, if the brand doesn't have customer service, how are you going to take advantage of that warranty? I've heard a lot of stories. I've had them happen myself, where you try and call the company to get the warranty and they give you the runaround and it's impossible, or there's just no one answers the phone. I actually called this number before I made this video and spoke with a person about Wen's warranty. They helped me actually set up these tools in my account so that I don't need to, have my proof of purchase, everything. If something breaks, they said, just give us a call, we'll send you a new one. So kudos to them. That's why I wanted to go with them. They're a brand that has recognition. They have enough market share. They have an office here in Illinois. And they have this funny little, kudos to whoever came up with that. Thanks for remembering Wen. I'm a sucker for stupid puns, and you got me with that one. So cool boxing. Whoever came up with that deserves a raise, if you ask me. But anyways, when I brought these in, it wasn't because I wanted, you know, to find cheap tools. It was because I genuinely think these are cheap tools at an expensive price. This Gearwrench set cost me about $90. It looks like the best price you can find online these days is about $110. I've seen that at Napa. You might get them on sale at you know, Home Depot, cheaper than that, but whatever. Let's just call these about 90 bucks. This full set of SAE ran me about 80. I also bought a full set of Wen metric reversible ratcheting. This goes from all the way from 7 mil to 22 mil. And, you know, this was similar price. I think about $5 more than the SAE set. So, you know, I think, you know, you don't have a set like this that's this kind of combination set from Wen. I think they should offer one. That would be nice for them to compete directly with this set. But this is a pretty limited set, 14 wrenches. The metric goes from 19 to 10. We got 3/4 to 3/8. There's a few skips in here, pretty standard skips. You can fill these in with Gearwrench. Other wrenches, this set does no skips. Obviously, the metric doesn't have skips, which is nice. You have all the tools you need when you buy these Wens. You can get the bigger sets from Gearwrench, but they are, again, I think they're about double the cost of what these Wen units are, and you're still going to get the same quality that I'm showing you. You know, you're not going to get a better wrench by buying the bigger set. So as I was looking at these, I thought, all right, why are these so crappy? And sure enough, looked on the back. These are made in China, and I've been seeing this a lot from Gearwrench lately. Their ratcheting wrenches, when they started, were all made in Taiwan. I believe all their tools were made in Taiwan when they started. And unfortunately, you're seeing this a lot on the forums, on the videos, where Gearwrench is moving a lot of their production over to China. And, you know, China makes great stuff. Hand tools, I do not think is one of those things. I think Taiwanese hand tools are better than Chinese hand tools. I think American hand tools are better than both, but you know that you're going to pay a lot more for those. But you know, this set of which I still have the packaging for. Let me bring this on camera here. This is the Gearwrench 120 XP. These are their extra long spline drives. These are made in Taiwan, and I believe it shows. Just the fit and finish on these tools is better than their reversible ratcheting wrenches coming out of China. So let me grab just some examples of these. I'm going to grab the 9/16. I'm going to set this off camera. Let me grab the 9/16 out of this Wen, and let's get down to some more direct comparisons of these, since I think I've kind of covered the brands and warranties. All right, let me set that off aside. Bring a 5/16 bolt. Got my calipers here. We got a scale. So, you know, I'm not going to kind of go through all Project Farm style and tell you which of these can take more abuse. I think of ratcheting wrenches as consumable products. You know, this set of Knipex plier wrench, this isn't consumable. I do not expect this ever to break. A ratcheting wrench, I kind of expect to break at some point, especially a reversible one. There's some machinery in here. These do not look serviceable, but again, that's why you get a warranty on these. But, you know, I still want to have a quality tool. I don't want something that's going to break the first time I use it. So, you know, take it for what you will, but I think, you know, quality matters here, and you might want to kind of make sure you spend your dollar in the right place. So just in my hand, the reason I brought the scale out is this Wen has more heft to it. It does feel a little thicker in the shaft. So let's measure that. Zero out my calipers here. Here's the Gearwrench. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's the right wrench. About 4.9. I think this Wen's a little bit thicker. About 5.3. So there's a little more heft to that. Thickness wise, 1775, 1695. So the Wen's a little thicker, a little you know, bigger in the hand. I don't think it affects the feel too much, and that could attribute the difference in weight. If we throw the Gearwrench on the scale, we're about 111 grams versus say 116. So they're very comparable in that sense. As far as weight, you know, I don't know. Again, I don't think you should buy tools based on how much they weigh. Now, what's really different here, though, that I noticed when I was comparing these is the open ends. And I know I'm not going to buy these, you know, I'm not buying these because I want the open end. I'm buying these for the ratcheting end. But this Gearwrench is like comically thick. I mean, we're talking 0.3105. Yeah, those are zeroed versus 0.2680. So, you know, if you just look at those down the barrel, like this is a comically thick wrench. If we look at the Gearwrench made in Taiwan, which again, I'm bringing this in mostly as a comparison because this is a kind of more higher end Gearwrench. Let's get this on the calipers. 0.29 on the Wen, 0.2775. So it's still actually a little bit thicker. Again, I don't know that that's like an indication of quality, but certainly I've seen this on a lot of Chinese hand tools that they just make this like comically thick in order to give it enough strength so these don't just spread almost immediately. And you see it on the ratcheting end as well. We got the Gearwrench in my hand here. Let's check the thickness. 3.845. We got the Wen. We got 3.685. So not a huge difference. You know, obviously you need some thickness here to get that ratcheting mechanism in there. And if you look at, you know, the other Gearwrench, and this is kind of an apples to oranges comparison, we got 3.705. So that's kind of more similar to the Wen. So again, this is your kind of higher end Taiwanese made Gearwrench. And I think this one's made to a very nice fit. So we have a, you know, bolt here. There's a little bit of play here. Notably, this Gearwrench wrench does not have the kind of flank drive style. You can see these little indents. Let me see if I can get that on camera. You can see those little indents right there. Those make it so it's grabbing the flats of the bolt as opposed to the corners. And this other ratcheting wrench does not have that feature. Now the Wen doesn't either, but I thought it would be worth showing that because, you know, that's just, you know, the difference between these Gearwrench models. So I'm sticking with the Wen. Honestly, in this Showdown, I just was really let down by the Gearwrench products. I think if you're gonna go with their higher end stuff like this 120 XP, you know, this stuff's still built really well. You know, the ratcheting end there is really small, which is really nice. You know, these are thicker, but I just don't feel that same way when I have this other Gearwrench in my hand. You know, will this wrench work? Yes, it will. You know, all these will work. It's just a matter of where you want to spend your hard-earned dollars, and I think Gearwrench is kind of losing me as far as a consumer by moving a lot of their tool making to, you know, be cheaper and sell for what I consider pretty premium prices for, you know, I don't actually not premium, but kind of higher prices for consumer grade products. So I'm going to leave this Wen right here. The one thing I will say about this Wen, it comes with this nice wrench rack. This rack leaves a little bit to be desired. So if anyone from Wen ever sees this video, you know, it's the way you got to get these out of here is kind of weird. I mean, it does hold them nice and secure. So if you need to travel with them, that's great. The cover goes back in if you really want to lock them down. I think I'm probably going to keep this and Dremel out some of these little retaining tabs so that these just kind of fit nicer in my toolbox. But anyway you cut it, I think Wen has a really nice product here. I don't think they offer too many other products, mostly just wrenches. They have non-reversible ratcheting wrenches. And this metric set is really nice, especially when you pair it with a Ernst wrench rack, which will take all the way from 22 down to your 7mm. This is actually 16 wrenches that match up with those 16 wrenches. So that'll fit really nicely in your toolbox. You can keep the roll for when you travel or when you need to move the tools around. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this purchase. I will certainly do an update video if any of these break and I have to get a warranty claim, or you know, if they turn out to be junk. So you know, take it for what it is, but I think Gearwrench is making a big mistake, kind of pushing out product that I think is subpar compared to kind of the name they've built for themselves. And I just wanted to kind of shed some light on that for my own decision-making process. I'm buying a lot more tools these days as my business is growing. And, you know, really giving Wen a thumbs up here. I think, you know, I don't know that they're really ever going to get into the hand tools game at the scale that Gearwrench or Tecton is. But at least for this product, I think I'm really happy with this. And I think it's a, you know, I wanted to get this out there because I tried finding research on these things. And honestly, the only kind of reviews I saw were paid Home Depot reviews of people who got free product and said, oh, these things are awesome. Or like, oh, they leave a little to be desired. You know, I always think those kind of people getting free stuff are, you know, honestly, they probably aren't even using the damn things. So, you know, take it for what it is, but I wanted to get my first impressions on this Wen set, get some more information out there for consumers like me. And, you know, if you've given these a shot and you didn't like them, let me know in the comments below. If you like the content you're seeing, please like and subscribe. You know, I like doing these kind of showdown videos. I certainly like watching these from other content makers on YouTube. So let me know in the comments what you think of this. And I will keep you posted. So I'm going to wrap it up for this Tool Tuesday. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, keep doing it, Mo Betta, and maybe Wen can help you do that too.